Yow, what's goody? It's your girl DjEfsclusive with the Nothing Podcast and everything lit, and I'm back with another reaction video. Now, before I get started, I do want to make all of y'all aware that it might not mean nothing to y'all, but over here, round yonder, my opinions are facts, and if you do not agree, respectfully, keep it to yourself, because I don't give a fuck. Now, let the show begin. Today, we got this guy. His name is Hassan Campbell. He is most famously known for running around on these YouTube streets talking a whole bunch of shit. He used to get his booty banged by Africa Bambaataa, so he claims, as he tried to expose a ring of homosexuality happening amongst Africa Bambaataa and his crew of people, effectively working to kind of create cancel culture. He's like one of the originators of cancel culture, coming through getting Africa Bambaataa canceled. Now, normally I don't watch my reaction videos before I react to them, because I like my reactions to be genuine. I like it to be honest to how I'm really feeling about the content that I am consuming. However, I jumped on YouTube. I seen the title. I'm over here going like this, like you can see. That's why I got a mouse. Rapper Brain Dead. And it just was like, what? And I already don't like this guy because he's a goofball. Some of the things he says, they be valid, but 75 to 85% of the things that this man say be some bullshit. Like, or he'll be making a good point and he'll be saying it incredibly wrong, like he did today. Excuse me, not today. He actually did this video 2 days ago. So he did this video when it was like first announced what had happened with DMX, which means he was thirsty. He wanted them DMX clicks, comments, because he makes YouTube commentary. People gonna come to his channel. He wanted that DMX action. He's up to 271,000 views on this bullshit in 2 days. Now, before I press play, I want to make it very clear that I agree with the point he's trying to make. I don't agree with the way that he articulated his point and the things that he is saying and how he's going about saying it. So with no further ado, I bring to you Hassan Goofball. Like the whole drama right here, all of this drama with the motherfucking gas station ring on, nigga, beauty supply, that's definitely a Facebook Cuban link. I see him. I be getting them posts too, my nigga. I know what you're doing. I sees you, bruh.
I'm at a loss for words, man.
He looked like he liked dick.
For words.
No cap, he looked like he liked dick. He's a pretty bitch.
Part of me want to go to the hospital and punch DMX dead in his face. Out of love, like dogs. You had so many people out here that was rooting for you. So many people out here that was pushing for you, that want to see you win. So many people love DMX. Part of me,
oh my goodness,
really want to go to the hospital and deck DMX. Like,
please don't ever take your glasses off on camera again, my guy. I'm not the best looking person in the world, but that was frightening. That was a scary thing. Don't ever do that no more.
You's a selfish dude. Then the other half of me. The other half of me. It's like, yo, you know, not for nothing. So he in the hospital over overdose, right? He overdosed, right? Which means he got a bad batch, right?
Incorrect. First and foremost, if you're a real DMX fan and you've been following him and you're aware of the things that he's got going on, DMX has been rebaptized. He's become a member of a church. He's become a deacon. DMX has been clean for more than a year. He posed in GQ magazine and gave GQ a whole interview about his road to being clean. I say that to say it is very possible for DMX to have relapsed. And when you've been clean for an extended period of time and you relapse, you mistake the amount that you can handle. So that could be a possibility if he really did actually overdose. Because I've been thinking, there's been no actual evidence or proof. No one said anything to make us believe that he's overdosed on. If you can tell me a person overdosed, then you should be able to tell me what they overdosed on. If you don't have their toxicology report, or if you weren't actually there on the scene, or have inside knowledge of there being drugs involved, then you don't know that. And when TMZ tells you something, it's kind of suspect, because TMZ is really the federal government and the CIA. They work with the music business to do a bunch of shit, but I ain't gonna go there right now.
Now, my common sense is telling me I've never in my life, because we all know DMX started off on crack. We know this. It's not a secret. But I ain't never seen nobody OD for no crack. But yet and still, the one who supplied him with those drugs is the one who turned his TV off.
Okay, so I'm going to stop him right here. First and foremost, like I say on the podcast all of the time, my experience is not yours. Just because I have not experienced something doesn't mean that you have not experienced it. Me personally, I ain't experienced a person overdose on crack, but I've seen people real fucked up and the crack caused other issues for them. Now, if you've ever seen or heard of someone overdosing on crack or cocaine, please put it in the comments, because pretty much all crack is cooked cocaine with other shit added to it. And in 2021, with this fentanyl shit and what motherfuckers got going on, it is very possible what you didn't see in the 90s and in the 80s coming up, you will start to see that shit in 2021. But I'm gonna let you finish, light skin cornbread.
You responsible. Night night, DMX. You put him to sleep. You put the dog down. Y'all niggas wanna be killers? Get at me, dog.
Ignorant.
You put the dog down. There's no more DMX.
Ignorant. Why do you have to do all of that? Like, what is that? That's ignorant. Because like I said, you made this video 2 days ago when the news dropped, and you over here talking about how he's dead. But guess what? He's still alive at the moment that I am recording this video. He is alive. So you already goofy as fuck. And you be on your channel talking about how you love hip hop. You be showing love to unsigned artists. You be playing their music and all of that. But this is how you choose to talk about a legend. There are so many other ways that you could have delivered the message that you're trying to get to without all of this here.
You rocked his snot box. You did it. So everybody that's around DMX, when y'all start sniffing like a dog, go sniff up that stash, right? See, it's simple. Now all y'all gotta do is figure out who he was running with, who he was with the night of.
You hear how he talk like he know what the fuck he talking about? My nigga, you talk like you friends with D. Like you friends with Swiss or D or anybody. Like you talk like you know his inner circle. Like you act like it is not very possible that someone in the industry would want to do something to him. I'm not trying to put no conspiracies out there. I'm not trying to do any of that at this moment, because I'm praying for D. I've been sad since I got the news. I ain't been myself. I'm not happy about what's going on in no shape, form, or fashion. So I'm taking disrespect toward DMX very personally these days. Just because he's a part of my childhood. So him being a part of my childhood, I've heard DMX do a lot of interviews and talk a lot about industry shenanigans and industry rituals and industry shit that he is not with. But in the process of him getting clean, him and Swiss done announced that he got a new album coming out. And he's doing this and he's doing that. He's appearing on Verses. He's making a slight comeback. He was even on the Locks last album. He been putting out little shit letting you know he is making a comeback. Perhaps they are now trying to make him again subscribe to shit that he's not with, and then maybe this is the way that they feel like, you know what? All we really want is that publishing anyway. All we really want is those masters anyway. You're worth more to us dead. We in the era where rappers are worth more dead than alive, especially when you got a catalog and you mean to hip hop what DMX does. But I'm gonna let Light Skin Cornbread continue.
Or prior to him taking that bad batch that bust his heart and caused his brain to put him night-night. Because some saying that he's dead, some saying that he's brain dead. If he's brain dead, he's already dead. He's done. Stick a fork in him.
The fact that you could say some saying and some saying means that you have no clarification as far as what's going on. So you're being very irresponsible with over 331,000 subscribers with how you're delivering this information, because you clearly do not have no kind of facts. Why? Because like I said, you made this video as soon as you heard what was going on. Thirsty for that monetization check, Cornbread.
No, I didn't stick a fork in him. You did. Oh, but that's what we do in the hood, right? That's what make us, quote unquote, real niggas, right? Because we go out in the hood, we find single mothers and daddies, we get them strung out on drugs, and then we go get the bling bling and hang out on the block. This is what we do to each other.
See, this is the part that I agree with him, and I support this part. Because if you listen to me on the podcast, if you see what I say in Everything Lit, I don't subscribe to street culture because it's a pyramid scheme. And just like you're seeing happening on Snowfall, if you watch the show Snowfall, more harm comes from good. And I'm not going to act like I ain't never sold a drug before. I've never done anything like that. But the way I feel in my heart is why I could not continue to do such things. Because I understand what it's really doing to my community. And you can't be pro-black out here really giving your community poison just so you could flex and look fly. There's other ways for you to get it.
Right? This is what we do in the hood. We supply each other with the poison that causes little kids to go to foster care, parents to go to early graves. Well, this time, Mr. Pusher, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm your papa in the alley. Ice-T song, I'm your pusher. Yeah. Well, Mr. Pusher, you scored big this time. You caught you a big fish. You got DMX.
The antics. It's the antics for me. You too extra, bruh. You could really make a whole video about the point that you're trying to make without all of this. All of this that you're saying and doing is ignorant as fuck. Because basically what I hear you saying is that the drug dealer, the supplier, put drugs in the community, which turned black mothers, black fathers into addicts, put little black babies into foster care and into the system to perpetuate a cycle of poison. And you're using a person who has been battling demons his whole life. I think it's very, very fair for us to say that everyone knows that DMX was laced when he was 14 by his big homie. Somebody that he trusted gave him crack when he was 14. And you also know crack is very addictive, especially when you're at a young age. So for him to sit here and act like this, like D ain't been praying and trying to figure out a way to let go of the hurt and the demons and all of the resentment and shit in his heart so he doesn't have to be an addict anymore, and tie that to your correlation of addiction is disgusting.
He's done. Stick a fork in him. Arf, arf. Are you happy now? Oh, don't get mad at Haas for telling the truth. Get mad at the one who supplied him with the supply to rock his snot box if they turned his TV off. It's night-night.
Nah, I'm getting mad at you. I'm getting mad at you because, first of all, I do not know the logistics of what went on, where he got it from, who the person was, if the person knew what they had, could have done something like this, or even possibly if it was just way too much that was consumed. Nah, I'm going to get mad at you because you're choosing to disrespect the legend when all you're trying to say is drug dealers, they don't pick who dies behind their product. And that's a fact. When you out here and you're selling shit, you can't choose who may overdose on that shit. It just happens.
No more DMX. No more DMX. I hope that I'm wrong. My nerves is bad. Like I said, I want to go in the hospital and see your DMX. And just, why was you so selfish? So many people loved you, X.
I kind of wish that you would just pull up to the White Plains Hospital right now with all of the Rough Rider Bike Club there, his fans and his family there, because I'm pretty sure one of them seen this fucking video so they could rock your snot box back, cornbread. Put some cranberry sauce all over your cornbread, face ass nigga.
There'll never be another DMX. You will never be able to find another DMX. He was different, unique, but still hurting from his childhood. But what do we do in the hood? When we know somebody's hurting, we go get him some feel good.
Nigga, speak for your motherfucking self. I ain't never sniffed no coke in my life, and I ain't never offered nobody no coke, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? So what, you used to sniff coke when Bambaataa went up in your ass? Is that what you trying to tell us right now? Stop self-projecting on motherfuckers.
You feeling good, DMX? Nope. DMX is not feeling good. He can't feel nothing at all. You know why he can't feel nothing at all right now? Because you gave him the bats to make his brain go dead, which means he doesn't feel nothing.
My nigga, he still has brain activity. He's very much still inside of the vessel that is his body, which is why his family, almost 3 days later after you make this video, is trying to make a decision what to do. They holding candlelight visuals. They standing around praying while you over here trying to get a YouTube check. His real family, his real supporters are praying that he makes a recovery. He may not make a full recovery. Well, he will be 100% like himself, but any version of himself where he can get a second chance, we would be appreciative of it. But you over here putting it up in the universe that he's already gone, because that seems to be what you want.
Now he's in a vegetable state, getting ready to transcend into the next dimension. And you know the crazy part about DMX dying the way that he did?
Dying the way that he did when he's still alive. Continue, cornbread.
He didn't even get a chance to repent for living a life of...
That man prays probably more than you ever prayed in your whole life. He prays quite often. I'm pretty sure God know his body, but continue, cornbread.
Sin. So he's transitioning to where he's going to the afterlife in a state of sin. The same way he died.
Last time I looked, you were not Jesus. I mean, you kind of favor the white man Jesus that they show us in the pictures at church. But the last time I checked, Hassan Campbell was not Jesus. So how can you tell me what a person gonna experience in their afterlife? Continue, Jiffy Mix.
Would be the way that he would be risen in that state, in a state of darkness. It's dark. Remember, DMX told you it's dark and hell is hot. He believed in that, and I do too.
I'm glad you do believe it's dark and hell is hot. I hope with your thinking and the way that you're giving it up right now, I hope when you die, you have a whole bunch of fucking sunscreen, because I heard melanated deficient brothers like you don't do too good in the heat and the flames, because how you talking right now, you gonna be in hell right along with D. Motherfucker, the fuck is you talking about right now?
You sent him to the light of the Most High in a state of darkness, Mr. Drug Dealer. Yep, you did it. Whoever supplied him with that bad batch is the ones who, well, you gave him the lethal injection. But hey, look at the crazy part about it.
You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I want somebody that knows this man personally to hit him up and be like, yo, I seen your video. Can you tell me what D overdosed on? Like, unequivocally, not what you think. Can you tell me that you know that he be actually buying street pharmaceuticals? Like, come on, bruh.
DMX survived the covert. He survived the
COVID, dumbass.
COVID vaccine, but he didn't survive his friends. Oh, that's why I say pay attention to your circle.
I would like to know who he actually personally knows that's friends with D, hangs with D, be around D, to the point where he could actually sit here and say that, oh yeah, it was one of his friends that gave it to him. Nigga, how the fuck do you know? You're doing a whole bunch of speculating for that YouTube check today.
Before they hurt you. And I know, 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you ain't gonna see nobody on YouTube talking the way I'm talking right now.
Because you're disrespectful as fuck. Who the fuck wants to get up here and use their platform to be disrespectful when all of this man's family asked us to do was pray for him? Why would we get up here acting like you acting and talking like you talking? Someone with a higher level of intelligence can convey these same points that you conveying without all of these extra antics and light-skinned anecdotes that you over here doing, my nigga.
Because we like to celebrate our drug dealers, our pharmacists, our street pharmacists that like to give us lethal injections up our noses.
See, I fuck with that. Because that is true. We do celebrate the drug dealer. We do prop them up and put them on a level. But I will say this. Most drug dealers that get propped up like that, they do cause damage to their communities. But most of those guys give back. The drug dealers that just rob, steal, shoot, and pillage up the community, they don't really get the love and the respect as the ones that kind of give back, like, for an example, a Rich Porter or a AZ.
The dog is done. Y'all niggas want to be killers? Get at me, dog. Nah, your man was a killer, D.
Light-skinned, extra, cornbread, jiffy-ass, disrespectful-ass nigga, man.
And he ain't have enough love for you to sit up there and say, son, I'm not giving this to you, D. Yo, DMX, we see you going to the rehab. We see you fighting for life. We see you trying to be strong. But here, just take this one bag, D. I'm your pusher.
He acting like he the nigga that gave it to him. Like, you talking real unequivocally like you know that this is what happened. Stop it. Nigga rub his hands together like Birdman. Nigga, shit is dry as a motherfucker.
I swear to God, the worst thing that ever happened to the black community was drug dealers.
I agree. 100.
You quote unquote real niggas.
I agree.
You run out there in the streets and y'all push that poison to every family that you possibly could. Then you go to the bar and you pop bottles to celebrate the genocide that you done pushed on your own people.
Remember when I said about 85% of the shit he say be bullshit? Well, here come a little bit of the 15% of what he's saying that's real, because this is the point that this whole video is trying to make, but he had to disrespect DMX just to get people to listen to him to say some real shit, I guess. Woo, look at that man. That nigga got bags under his eyes because he be up all night chasing bullshit to say on YouTube.
I swear to God, me, I'm so sick and tired of you real niggas and bad bitches.
I agree with him on that. 100.
Rest up, DMX. You see how the hood do, right?
They found DMX in his home in White Plains. He don't live in the hood. You know, there's just so many things that I could say, but I just don't want to say it. I'm so fucking disgusted. I'm so disgusted by this man. This isn't the first time he made a video where I'm like, yo, why do you have subscribers? Oh, it's because of that little bit of real shit he kick. The little bit of gems that he kick in between the fuck shit he says is why he has 331k subscribers. Those YouTube checks must be beautiful. I can't wait till I get to that point. I just hope that I never ever get up here and play myself like y'all. It might not mean nothing to y'all, but this is your girl DJ Exclusive with the Nothing Podcast and everything lit, and I'm out of here. Ear.